My name's Ken Saman, CEO and founder of Personify Care. We're a mobile platform that helps clinicians and hospitals monitor the progress of patients after they leave hospital. What we've built is a mobile platform where, with a single click, a nurse can identify who are the patients at risk right now based on those same questions that a nurse or clinician would ask if they were speaking to a patient over the phone or face-to-face assessments. The ability of a clinical team to plug in their existing clinical protocols, whatever risks they're monitoring, into our platform. We're not the clinicians, we're the channel to the patient, as we like to say.
I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under?
Hi everyone. I wonder if you've shared this experience. A family member's just been told they're having surgery. And they're given a handful of paper forms and they leave hospital with a vague recollection of what they need to do to recover. And we hope that they're not one of the 1 in 4 patients that get readmitted into hospital. My name's Ken Saman, CEO and founder of Personify Care, and that's the problem we set out to solve 3.5 years ago when we started the company. Patients are suffering unnecessarily because we're failing to detect when they're at risk of a readmission or a complication at a cost of $133 billion each year. Now that's a big problem and represents a big market opportunity for our company. When we looked at the evidence, we found that patients leave hospital without actually being prepared for their recovery process. That's because they actually don't remember most of what they're being told. And there are evidence-based protocols that have been proven to reduce readmissions and improve patient outcomes. The problem is, most protocols are delivered to patients like this, through paper forms and phone calls. Nurses are spending all of their time calling patients in the hope that they catch them at the moment something's gone wrong with their recovery. So we asked, what if for nurses like this all around the country, we could eliminate that manual effort of collecting patient information and identify who are the patients at risk today for this nurse to follow up with. And that's what we've done. We've developed a mobile platform that's live in Australian hospitals and clinics where clinical teams are plugging in evidence-based protocols and delivering that to their patients through their mobile phones to prepare them for surgery and to monitor for risk of complications after they've gone home. From a patient perspective that's just left hospital after a procedure, it's all about keeping things simple. They receive a text message from their nurse with a link to a checklist of the things they need to do, they need to know, and the things they need to tell their clinical team about. And with a single click, they're completing assessments that tells the clinical team about their recovery. And so all that data is being monitored in real time against the clinical rules that are being used by the clinical teams right now. And from a nursing perspective, it's all about saving time. So with a single click, a nurse can identify who are the patients that need follow-up today based on my existing clinical protocols. So we published some results last year where we showed for patients all the way through to their 80s, we could reduce the cost of delivering clinical protocols by 8 times. Patients responded at over 95% across 12-week protocols. And patient experience went up because they were getting the support they needed when they needed it most. Now, we're the only solution on the market that allows clinical teams to plug in any clinical protocol and still achieve a high response rate from their patients. And the way we do that is use a learning system that learns from the way patients interact with our system to predict and achieve a high response rate consistently from patient populations. Clinicians are in control of their clinical protocol, and as a result, they don't need to change their workflows. There's no big upfront projects or implementation tasks. They can get this live within days. We also use a very simple revenue model where we charge on a per clinical user per month license fee, and as it gets rolled out across hospital sites, we roll that up into an annual license. We have a very experienced team that's dedicated to solving this problem and backed by experienced strategic and clinical advisory board in the US and Australia. And we're live across hospital sites in Australia where we've monitored over 37,000 patient interactions to date and screened over 10,000 patient risks. We're very excited to be working at TMCx here, and with their help, we're launching our first pilot this month with an ambulatory surgical center right here in Houston. We're looking to connect with investors as we raise a $1 million seed round to scale our customer acquisition process and accelerate our product development. And as a company founded in Australia, we come with a bunch of free money, where the Australian government matches every dollar we raise up to $1 million. We're also already taking advantage of 43% cash back on any R&D spend we make each year. The evidence is clear. We know how to reduce readmissions and improve outcomes. Clinical protocols are already out there. What's been missing is a way of delivering those to patients in a way that's convenient to the patient, saves time for clinical teams, and saves money for organizations. That's what we're building at Personify Care. My name's Ken Samana, and if that's something you're interested in learning more about, I'd love to meet with you afterwards. Thank you.